ISIS is known as the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. Is a terrorist group that started in 2013-2014. Most countries are afraid and scared because of their social security and health. They abuse and torture people, even kill them. ISIS originally was part of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda, but they broke off and created their own terrorist group in 2006. Its goal is to establish a pure Islamic state and is extremely anti-Western. More than 2,000 people have been killed in those attacks, which have occurred in at least 29 countries outside of Iraq and Syria. ISIS has damaged 28 tanks and shot down 3 helicopters. This graph explains how much attacks there were on people from the terrorist group. A problem that the Syrian-Iraqi military faces is that 25 of the top 40 leaders were part of the Iraqi-Syrian military, which could be a problem because they know some of the strategies that they have. ISIS has stolen a lot of the Syrian and Iraqi military vehicles and weapons, and they used against them in battle. ISIS has taken over a lot of the land of Syria and western part of Iraq. With their powerful strength of military they contained 2.8 to 8 million people from getting those lands. The Syrian-Iraqi military has been effective at combating ISIS forces in its country. In order for the Iraqi military to defeat ISIS is to eliminate all the members of them and get other countries involved to take them down. U.S. has stopped ISIS from Aleppo, Syria, whose goal was to defend their territory from ISIS and the Assad regime. The U.S. can't give their enemy the weapons they have into the rebels' hands. Another way we can try combating with ISIS is by having a treaty or a deal we may want to consider to help people and families in those affected areas in order to help decrease the growth of ISIS. Another way we can stop ISIS is by getting other countries involved in the conflict to help end the terrorist group. U.S. are stepping up and helping other countries to defeat ISIS, which they have soldiers in Iraq and Syria to help the people. Barack Obama actually sent 300 U.S. troops to Iraq to help supervise the conflict, and if anything bad happens, fight against ISIS. If we defeat ISIS, we can help gain back the land that Syria and Iraq lost, and all the oil plantations that they had lost too. One major problem Iraq has against ISIS is that they gain major land and they also have a lot of weapons and explosives to go against their enemy. Iraq has lost a lot of land due to ISIS high artillery weapons that they use to destroy tanks, buildings, houses, and people's lives. ISIS can get in touch with other terrorist groups that can help them try and take over more land, and this will be a big problem for Syrian and Iraqi forces. While there are both pros and cons to Iraqi-Syrian military efforts, overall the solution is very effective. While it may be true that ISIS is powerful, the more important concept to remember is that Syrian and Iraqi militaries are helping to get rid of them. Defeating ISIS can help the country benefit by using attractions and sites for tourists to come see to help boost their economy. The solution can help families and the government help rebuild their country with better forces and houses than before.